This is the Gatekeepers Podcast with Billy Grove. Billy is an innovative leader in the industry who loves teaching others how to build quality fence. So kick back, grab a cold beverage, and get ready to talk about fence. Today's show is sponsored by Mr. Fence Academy, National Metal Industries, J.C. Gurry, Pro Web Fencing, and Orlando Hinge Company. If you're looking to hit the next level in your fence company, check out Mr. Fence Academy. Real fencers, real job sites, real training equals real results. And now, live from the Mr. Fence Academy studios, here's your host, Billy Grove.
What is going on, Fence Fam? How's everybody doing on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch? Those listening tomorrow morning on the podcast on their way to work via Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Music, Amazon, any and all of them that you can get it on. Guys, I am super pumped up. I got back at 8 o'clock last night, 7 o'clock last night from the Mr. Fence Academy 2025 retreat, 5 years strong. What a wonderful time it was. Really great to see a bunch of fence professionals come together and just can be completely bluntly honest with everybody. Want to learn and grow, not just in their business, but as a person themselves. So, man, great time, guys. If you haven't been, go check it out next year. The lodge is amazing, by far, hands down, like one of the coolest lodges I think I've been to. The activities are great, man. You're gonna eat great while you're there too. Dale is an amazing cook, fire cook. I ate so much it was like hard to come back. We got back late and I was like, just get pizza. Wasn't that great, but you know, it is what it is. Anyways, guys, reconnected with a lot of people that I already knew, met some new faces that I have not met, but talked to via social media. So that was really cool. Got to finally meet David Gatto. Man, what a speech, guys. Good God, y'all. Second year in a row, not just a standing ovation, but people flying out of their chairs, clapping. Man, it was great. With that said, I do got to run through my sponsor list. And thank you very much to all the sponsors who sponsor the show. It wouldn't be possible without you. I mean, it would, but, you know, still be paying for it out of my wallet. But no, guys, that's why we have all the like cool stuff. The AI camera that follows me around. It's not following me around right now, but all of that stuff. The cool intros, the voiceovers. So thank everybody for that. First and foremost, Mr. Fence Academy, guys, if you're looking to up the level in your fence game, not just the installation side, but the business side, go check out www.mrfenceacademy.com. National Metal Industries. If you're in the market for privacy slats, chain link material, vinyl, iron, ornamental aluminum, go hit up www.nmifence.com. Tell Mr. Mike Levy I said what is going on. While you're there, ask for a I'm sorry, I just got a text message from Sean. Just completely threw me off my game. Ask for a mailer while you're there. Guys, he has one of the coolest mailers I've ever seen in my life. I got one of those before I even ever was sponsored by him. Coolest mailers I've ever seen. Ask him for one. www.nmifence.com. And then, guys, if you're on the fence about a fence sign company, go check out J.C. Gurry, best signs on the market. We were at the retreat, and every single sign there, except for one, Mr. G.J. Verhey, was J.C. Gurry. He said he's almost out of those old signs, and he's getting some new ones very soon from J.C. Gurry. But, guys, go check them out. USA-made product right here in America, www.jcgurry.com. All right, we're in the near of this one. Pro Web Fencing, guys. If you're in the market for a website company, SEO company, go check out www.prowebfencing. As a special offer to our viewers and listeners, you will get a free website redesign mock up before signing. And if you do sign, you get 60% off for your first 2 months. www.prowebfencing. Go see my man Zishan Hussein. My newest sponsor and somebody that I also met at the retreat that I was super excited to meet, Mr. Kevin Orlando with Orlando Hinge Company, or better known as the Swan Hinge. www.swanhinge.com. Guys, if you are like us here at High Steel and people want double gates on hills, go check out the Swan Hinge. It'll make the uphill leaf possible without having to do anything crazy. www.swanhinge.com. Whew. That's a lot. I don't think I can add any more at the moment. All right, guys, we got some comments down in the comment section. I'm going to get to those real fast. Let's see. We got Mr. Justin Menesis. What is going on, sir? Just to let you know, I have you down in the drawing for the Cat 5 gate frame as well. Last week was kind of crazy. We didn't get that many comments, so I didn't want to pick out of only like 5 or 6. So we're doing it again this weekend. Drop your name in the comments by the time I roll the first commercial, and you'll be entered in for a drawing for a free Cat 5 gate frame for wood. All right, we got Easy Louver in the house. Miss Candice O'Neill, how are you? Got Mr. Sean Bahinsky. Good seeing you in Tennessee. You as well. I will see you in your hometown in South Bend, Indiana, very soon. Very soon. Mr. Aaron Ebert from .com. Sam did a shout out of Easy Louver in one of his presentations. Yes, he did. It was great. It was really great. All right. I skipped one on accident. Sean King, what is up, brother? He says, what's up, guys? What is up, man? You are the man. Great job at the retreat, man. Great job. All right. Justin Meneses says, excited for a great show. How was the fence gathering? It was wonderful. It was wonderful. Matt Warner's in the house. Good afternoon. Love to see all the pictures from the retreat. Love everyone wanting more. Said, all rested up and ready to go for the next training in 2 weeks. No dig deck. And I'm going to say it like Sean does. Pergola. Pergola. And fence. All right, guys. We have a wonderful show lined up for you tonight. I have Miss Amanda DeBrot on from Contractor Accelerator. She did a wonderful job with her portion of speaking at the retreat. I already had this lined up before the retreat and didn't even know that she was speaking until I got my little booklet. So that was awesome. I got to actually hear her talk about the company after I did my due diligence research, and then we get to go in depth. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and bring her on the screen, and we're going to get right to it.
All right.
How are you doing tonight?
Great. I was sad that I was, behind the curtain for so long. All of those introductions, all of those sponsors, that's amazing. Also, that video, I was smiling and laughing. It's so energetic, your intro video. I love it. So
yeah. So I did all of the intro videos I do myself. The commercials I build out myself. The only thing I don't do is the audio voiceover, but I have Mr. Producer who does that for me. But yeah, man, it's that is one of my things that I like to do on the side is edit videos and stuff. So I kind of just
it's impressive.
I just went with it. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
No, it was very good.
All right. So where are you out of first and foremost?
I live just outside of Kansas City. I'm in the suburbs, but when you live in Kansas City and you don't live in Kansas City, you just say you're from Kansas City because it just makes more sense. So,
and that is Missouri, right?
Missouri, not Kansas.
Yeah, right.
Not Kansas. There's a difference.
So, have you guys been getting any snow lately?
Yeah, we got a little bit in January, a little bit in February. Actually, Saturday night, we got snow over the night. I woke up, opened up my blinds, and there was snow on the ground. We weren't even expecting it, but it wasn't much, thankfully, just a dusting.
Right.
But, we go from snow on Sunday to 70 degrees on Monday. So that's what it's like in the Midwest.
I hear that. We don't get much snow here in Florida, but we have a very bipolar weather system as well. 2 weeks ago, it was 78 or something. And then 2 mornings after that, it was 41 in the morning. I was like, man, what's going on in here? It's 40
you did get snow this year though, huh? In Florida.
Yeah, we did. And it completely wrecked the entire town for a whole week. just because we're not prepared to deal with that. So it was wild. But who do you work for or work with? And
who do you work for? I work for myself.
Talking about.
Yeah. Who do you work for?
Yeah, right. So like who is Amanda DeBrot and the Contractor Accelerator?
Yeah, kind of a little backstory. So yeah. Contractor Accelerator started in 2015. My business partner and I started the business together. He was actually a residential engineer, still is. And we started with foundation repair contractors. So because he was an engineer, he was working a lot with similar type contractors that are doing like waterproofing or raising your house with piers or interior drain tile. So he was working a lot, with these contractors and understanding the frustration, the unorganized business models and processes, needing a good drawing from an engineering standpoint. So the software or the idea for the company kind of started from there. And then, as I like to say, it snowballed. So it started with, I need a good drawing in a way to have consistent project data. And then it just took off from there.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. All right. So now we're just going to dive right into it. What is a CRM? Well. What is a CRM for those who are watching and listening that don't know?
Yeah, so just really in simple terms, it's a way to manage your customer data. It's a way to understand who your customer is, what touch points you've had with them, interactions, maybe even personal data. It's anything that's going to remind you who that person is. And also when you're doing, projects and managing appointments and all of that, you can have as little as just contact information or as detailed as an entire project scope under a CRM. But really, it's just in simple terms, it's a way to manage your customers' data.
Right. Okay. All right. What about Contract Accelerator makes you different from a lot of the already completely, I'm looking for a word, but I can't find it. There's a lot of CRMs out there. What makes you different from the rest of them?
Yeah. So a lot of the other CRMs are more generic. So they're going to be a good solution to manage your customers' data, but that's it. So they're not going to give you a good way to manage appointments. They don't provide like a visual scheduling tool or a way to specifically communicate and work on your business processes as a fence business. So when we get into an industry, Contractor Accelerator, we want to understand that industry. So we are very niche in terms of foundation repair and fencing contractors. We don't try to be a solution for everybody out there. We want to make sure that we really understand those industries so that we can work for them. And we've created products specifically for the fence industry or specifically for the foundation repair industry because we know how important those tools can be in your everyday process.
Okay. What are some common misconceptions people have about the CRM tool?
Well, just CRMs in general, I think a lot of people immediately think that it's scary, because they don't understand it. Oftentimes you don't understand, or you're scared of what you don't know, what you don't understand, and getting into something new can be scary. But really, a CRM could be as simple as a spreadsheet. Really, it's just your customers' data in a consistent place with consistent rules. So, if you're collecting a phone number, make sure it's in the same format every time. If you're collecting a first name, make sure the first letter's capitalized. It can just be as simple as that. And it's really not scary. Depending on the software that you go to or the system that you use. But I always tell people for our software specifically, and a lot of them out there, if you can use Facebook, you can use a software company or a software platform. It's really just fields where you put in data. It's really not that scary. And I think a lot of people just assume that they're not tech people and they don't know software. They don't know how to they don't understand, how to use them, but really they're not that complicated. Most of them out there are trying to make it intuitive for everybody to use.
Okay. Nice. So one of the things that I really liked about your presentation was the draw tool. I really liked that because whenever I was doing my business stuff, before I was at High Steel and Mr. Fence, I would just use the notes feature in my iPad. And I would go to the grid and I would click and draw and click and draw and click and draw. And then I would have to add that to everything. So that was a really cool thing that I took away from that. Can you tell our audience a little bit more about the draw feature of it?
Yeah. So We try to make it super simple, and it's, compared to other drawing tools out there, it's a simplified sales edition, a sales tool where you can show your customer, here's the outline of your house and here's where the fence is going to be connected. Here's where am I going to put the gates. This is going to be a single gate. This is going to be a double gate. And we just make it as easy as click and drag and you draw it out. The lines can connect to each other. You can even place posts on that line. So if you wanted to plan out all of your posts on the drawing, you can do that. But really, it's just to give your customer a visual in terms of the sales process. But the other part of it is that you can use that same drawing for your crew. So your crew has access to that drawing where they can go and see exactly what the plan is, where the fence needs to be connected, where the gates are going to be located. So it gives you, like I said, an addition into that sales process.
That's awesome. Now, is this drawing to scale?
It can be.
Oh, nice.
So the lines, as you're drawing them, it will actually give you a measurement. So you draw off of the house, you could say this is 6 feet, and then I'm putting the gate 2 feet from that, edge of the house. Or if you don't want to be that detailed, you can turn those measurements off and just not show the customer that level of detail, which sometimes some of our contractors don't want to show that customer. We've heard stories where the customer will literally say, well, in the bid, in the proposal, you said it was going to be 2 feet. This is 1 foot. So they don't want to be that specific in terms of the drawing sometimes.
I mean, that does make sense. That does make sense because you do run across those people every day who will nickel and dime you. So I see that part of it.
We call them the Karens.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All right, we got a couple more comments. Jordan Hunt says, "What's up, dude? Made it home safe, I see." Yes, sir, I did. It's my beautiful wife. She says, "Hey, everyone." There's Jordan's wife, Pergola.
Oh, I was laughing about that too. You had me in the back with Sean.
Oh yeah, he said that.
It's nice to give Sean a hard time, to be honest.
Pergola.
Really nice.
I was like, no. Hey, pergola? He's like, no, it's a pergola. I was like, okay, yeah, it's a pergola.
Potato.
Aaron Ebert said, "Missed you this year, Matt." Yes, sir. I was looking forward to that. Robert Evers, what's going on? Had an awesome time at the retreat. Yes, sir. Mr. Chris Steele's in the house. He says, "What's up, fam? What's up, buddy?" I surprised the shit out of him whenever I pulled back up to the office today. He was out back, and I pulled back up to the office. He walked out. He was like, "What you doing?" And I was like, "It's Tuesday, man." He's like, "Oh my God, dude, my days are so messed up right now." I was like, "Yes, sir." All right, Mr. Chris Hearn. I sat next to him for the entire retreat, man. Great dude. Won the free King Suite, man. Super happy for you. Super happy for that. We got Mr. DJ Verhey. Says, "What's good? What's up, D-Hay?" Easy Luber says
the Karens.
Oh, look at
you
that.
Gotta love the Karens, though, to be honest.
We got either Brian or Susan says, "Hey, y'all." Nope, that's Susan. "Hey, y'all." Hey, Susan. All right. DJ says, "Brought the popcorn tonight." Man, this guy was,
oh my God. Is it going to be a show?
He was killing me, man. He had this giant metal bowl. It was like 4 bags of popcorn deep, and he's just doing the pour over butter for like 10 minutes, just all over. It was killing me. All right. Oh, yeah. She says, yes.
That's my fun fact. My son's snack every night is popcorn. Every night.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I bet him and D-Hay would get along great.
Yep.
All right. So we're going to jump back into it. Okay. So what is the process look like of implementing a new CRM company? Say I'm shopping around and I find Contractor Accelerator and I'm like, oh man, this is awesome. Like, what's the process from me wanting a quote on how much it is to me running it on my computer?
Well, I'm going to ask you a couple questions first. Are you coming from another CRM or are you coming from a more manual process?
Okay, so it would be coming from a CRM.
Okay, but I think we should talk about both because a lot of people are coming from both situations. If you're coming from another CRM, you need to understand what that transfer crossover process looks like. The CRM, and I want to talk more generically because I don't want to just talk. I'd love to talk about myself, but I think it's important to talk about CRMs in general because if you don't choose Contractor Accelerator, then you're going to choose something else, and so I want you to be successful. So if you're coming from another CRM from one CRM to another, you want to make sure that the new CRM can import your data. Number one, you want to make sure that the data that you're pulling out of the old system is, available to be pulled out. And then you need to understand what it's going to look like when that data gets imported into the new system. Is it going to be a one-to-one match? Are you going to have some data loss? It's going to be important to make sure that you can keep that information from one system to the other. The other thing to think about is what does the CRM give you? What does your process look like currently, and what is the new process going to be in the future with a new CRM? Or what processes are you going to have to change with your business to match that new CRM? So I think it's important to, and we've done classes on this before, just talking about your business process. So from the time a lead comes in all the way through closing out that project, what does it look like? Is there a phone call? Where do you put the data? Is there a follow-up? Is there any automation, or where can you add automation using a CRM? So I think it's important to understand your process and what your goals are, and making sure that the software can meet those goals. I know it sounds like a complicated process, but it's really not. You can just start writing it on a piece of paper, bullet points, step one, step two. Just outline that process, because a lot of people don't really think about all of those individual steps. And then once you start getting a consistent process, you're going to be able to start honing in your sales cycle too with that process.
Okay. All right.
But the other point is, if you're coming from nothing, it's similar. You just won't have that data import process or a data import step. So it'll be just outlining your process, whether it's a manual, you add it to a sticky note, stick it on your truck, or whatever that current process is. And then what is it going to look like in the future with the new CRM too? So really, it's about making sure that things are organized in terms of a process and figuring out what it looks like in the future.
Right. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. So here at High Steel, we use both because we have two, or we use two. Like I say both, like what the other one is. So in Homa, they use Contractor Accelerator.
Right.
And here in Pensacola at Pace, like we use Job Nimbus. So we have both of them. So it's cool to see the differences in the two. I don't see them, but I know like our salesman Josh has seen them, and like he talks about it. And so it's cool to see the contrast between both of them, and what they do similar, what they do differently. Like it's pretty neat.
And here's the other thing, I think a lot of people jump into a CRM. I'm going to throw Chris under the bus a little bit, because Chris doesn't know all the capabilities of Contractor Accelerator. I mean, he's learning. We've had conversations, but I mean, there's so much that our software can do. And I'm sure, and I know there's so much that Job Nimbus can do. And I'm sure that whatever software you guys are, whoever, what you're using, you're just scratching the surface with all the features. And so it really takes time to make sure that you're understanding them and implementing them into that process. You don't have to use all of the features of a software that you sign up for. You just need to use what works for you.
Right. Makes complete sense. And I use Job Nimbus a whole lot more whenever I had my own company. And so I know, like, we were probably using it to like 1/10 of its power, probably less than that, right? Because I see other people's, and I'm like, holy shit, like you have got this figured out, right?
Yeah.
Like,
oh, yeah.
But then they tell me the painstakingly time that like went into it, and I'm like, okay, makes sense. So I mean, I guess it's like pretty much anything you get out of it what you put into it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's another thing to understand, is that if you feel like you're missing something, reach out to your CRM provider, reach out to support, because most of them are going to be wanting to help you be successful. They don't want you to be, sitting there pulling your hair out or drowning, or trying to figure out how to do something that could be as simple as a setting, that is already available to you.
Right. True that.
So just always ask questions.
We got Mr. Craig Eubanks in the house. Fence Guy Friday says CA is the bomb, easy to use and custom. Heck yeah, man.
And it's not just because we're a sponsor. He really does use the software. Yes.
That's awesome. And then he laughs. All right. Well, I got to
write another thing. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday, Craig.
Birthday, man. Happy birthday, man. I haven't been on Facebook much today. I got to be honest with you. Well, you're going in the drawing as well, too, Mr. Eubanks, for the Cat 5 gate frame. All right, good thing, man, because Jason reached out to me while I was at the retreat, and he was like, hey, man, just checking how the giveaway went last week. And I was like, well, I got to be honest with you. Like, it was a pretty slow comment week. I I don't want to choose from 5 people. He was like, no, go ahead and run it again. So thank you guys for commenting this week. I don't know what was up with last week. We had a whole bunch of viewers, but nobody was wanting to actually comment. So thank you guys for commenting. Now I have a nice big list to choose from and to put in the little randomizer thing. But
it's because of me.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Amanda.
You're welcome. Let's talk about the Karens. Then we got all my fans here.
Yeah, see, so if you would have been at the retreat, there would have been 4 Amandas.
Wow.
So the A team would have been 4 strong. Because my wife's name is Amanda, Jordan's wife's name is Amanda, and then there was another Amanda there, and then there was also an Amber. So it was like the A team of the girls.
I don't know if this happens with your wife. She can comment, but for some reason, Amber and Amanda, people always get those confused. I get called Amber so much. I'm like, no.
Yeah. No. So since there were so many Amandas, Sean kept calling Amber like Amanda.
Oh, so it was the other way around.
It was the other way around.
I love it.
But
Nice.
no, I don't know if she gets that or not. I don't know if she's still watching or not. She's in the middle of cooking dinner and washing at the same time. But I know she gets Mandy a lot, and she's like, my name is not Mandy.
No. So Jen on my team, I'll shout out Jen. She'll kill me for this, but so we were flying back from Salt Lake actually, and she ran into somebody that she knew from high school, and he was like, Jenny. So it's funny as you grow up, you know, the different names that you go through, and he called her Jenny, and I just was like, Jenny. She was like, shut up.
Yeah,
and she goes, shut up, Mandy, because she knows how much I hate Mandy too.
Speaking of that, so I still go by Billy, even though I'm pushing 40. And
okay.
Chris was a couple of months ago. I don't even know what we were doing. We were out in the out in the back of the shop. He was like, so when you gonna drop the Y? I was like, drop the Y off what? He was like, your name. I was like, I was like, my dad is Bill. Until my dad is off of this earth, I will be Billy. Okay. He was like, man, just own it, old man. I was like,
you know what? There's something though about being young forever and just going back.
Right?
Why not? Billy the Kid. Yeah. Why not?
There we go. Go
for it.
DJ has a good point here. Some CRMs are definitely better than others, but it's only as good as what you put into it. Yeah. So that's what I said earlier. DJ's job Nimbus is set up very well. Josh saw it, and I think DJ is helping Josh get his setup like that. But DJ has put a lot of time into it. Props to you for that, for taking the time and figuring that out. Because I know it is a lot of technical stuff and a lot of times taking line by line, item by item thing. So there's that.
Yeah.
But all right, I think we are where are we at? We're at 28. Oh, yep. Yeah, we are gonna roll 2 commercials real fast. We'll be back in 2 minutes, okay? There we go. There's the first one. Go.
National Metal Industries, a family-owned business for 70-plus years, has grown to be recognized for their ability to deliver on not just privacy slats for fence, but all types of fence products. National Metal Industries has all the hardware and tools to get the fence professional in and out of their job with the most ease possible. You can count on National Metal Industries for the most convenient resources in fence products. Visit nmifence.com for more information. As we like to say, you can always pick it right at National. J.C. Gurry Signs and Decals has been a trusted name in the sign industry since 1949, with all manufacturing done in-house from start to finish right here in the USA. With 75 years in outdoor signage and roots dating back to the 1920s, J.C. Gurry specializes in durable, high-quality signs and decals. In-house screen printing since the 1970s ensures every product meets the highest standards. Visit jcgurry.com for more information. Every aluminum sign includes Mylar lamination at no extra cost, extending product life in tough outdoor conditions. For unmatched quality and longevity, visit jcgurry.com.
All right, we're back, guys. Real quick, I gotta run through the my sponsors again who were not on the videos. So, Mr. Fence Academy, www.mrfenceacademy.com, guys. If you're looking to elevate your fence business, your fence installation game, go give them a go check their website out. We got Pro Web Fencing, www.prowebfencing.com. Our viewers and our listeners both get a special deal. Just tell them that the Gatekeepers podcast sent you. You get a free redesign mock-up of your website before you even sign. And then if you do sign, you get the first 2 months 60% off. And then I did not have time to finish the Swan Hinge commercial. The retreat was very busy, and I forgot my hard drive, to be honest with you. Like, if I'm being real, I forgot my hard drive. So I was able to access my program, but I had nothing to pull from. So it was just like a blank program. So unfortunately, Kevin, I'm not going to be able to run your commercial, obviously, this week, but I will run it next week. I could have thrown it together and just sent it, but I didn't really want to. Guys, if you're looking for something to deal with uphill double gates, uphill, just maybe this customer absolutely wants their single gate to swing uphill for whatever reason, go check out swanhinge.com. They will make it happen. Wood, vinyl, chain link, and aluminum uphill gate like hinges. All right. So we are getting towards the end of the show, guys, and thank you so much for all of the comments. I'm loving it right now.
I have to tell you, Billy, the last one is my mom.
Was it? Was it?
Yeah, I told you she was gonna watch.
There we
So
go.
you don't have to enter her in the contest. I don't think.
Okay, I was about to say I will take that off then. I don't think she wants a Cat 5 gate frame. Well, maybe she does. Maybe she needs a new gate frame. She can get a free one.
Oh, they just retired, so maybe I don't know.
I don't know, but that's funny. Well, hello, Mom. I hope you're doing very well tonight. Thank you for watching as well.
Oh, that's funny.
All right. So, what is
while we're at it, I should shout out Felipe, one of our team members, is on from Brazil watching too. So
nice.
All the way from Brazil. I don't know if you've ever had anybody that far away.
Yeah. China likes me. Russia likes me. There's a couple people in South Africa that watch. A lot of Europe, to be honest with you.
That's amazing.
It really, really surprises me when I go and I dive deep into the analytics, because it's like Germany, England, Scotland. There's a couple of people in New Zealand. Like I said, South Africa, China, Russia. Like, I was pretty surprised whenever I was looking at the list. I was like, holy crap, man. And they're pretty much regular watchers or listeners too. So that's pretty cool.
Nice. Did you notice the change at FenceTech this year? It was a lot of like video recording of booths in the aisles, and a lot of people, I think, going to take that content back overseas. It was interesting.
Yeah. So I've never been to FenceTech, and I was supposed to go to FenceTech this year, but the Mr. Fence Academy booths were downsized, and we're not gonna get into that. So I was on standby to go, and then whenever they realized that it would just be me just standing there with them, so hopefully we'll be able to go next year. But I will be at the Fence Show in Vegas, so if you're going to be at that one, I'll see you there. But it was kind of the same thing at the Fence Show. There was a lot of and people from
Thank you.
overseas. If you can grasp what I'm meaning by this, who were taking pictures and videos of one-off pieces of equipment, if you get what I mean. Okay, so like special tools that people had brought to like showcase. I mean, they straight up brought tape measures out and was like,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, so unfortunately, I've heard that is a thing. So guys, if your stuff isn't patented, go get it patented, please. Spend the money, go get it patented, because I would hate to see all of us American guys and my Canadian guys get screwed over by that. But that's neither here nor there, right?
Yeah. Weird times.
Super weird times. I am hoping to be at this next FenceTech. That's a bucket list for me to go to. But I will be at the Fence Show in Vegas, like I said, so that's going to be a good time as
Okay.
well.
I'm really surprised. I didn't realize you've never been to a Fence Tech.
Nope. Never been to a Fence Tech.
Not even Nashville last year.
Nope. I was still with my own company last year, and so didn't make it.
It's insane how big it is.
Yeah.
It's almost impossible to get through everything. Especially
That's
like
what
this last year, the floor was just or this year, the floor was so long and like narrow. So it really just was daunting to look at the entire show
right.
floor.
It's like on and on and on and on and
Like,
on.
yeah. But it's a lot of fun.
Crazy. Well, I heard everybody had fun, so that's a good thing.
Yeah. Always a good time with the fence people.
Yeah, absolutely. We know how to have fun. Speaking of that, how do you get your team on board with using a CRM? Maybe it might be their first time using one, or maybe they're just stuck in their ways with another brand.
Yeah.
What does that look like?
Yeah, so I think the biggest part is just making sure that you have advocates and communication. Communication is always key in terms of business. If you're going to be changing things for your team, you want to make sure that they are aware, that they're a part of the process. They can make sure that, they have an input in terms of what that process looks like. When you're sitting down to write out that process I was talking about, make sure you include them, because there could be things that they're doing as part of that process that you're not even aware of, that you need to make sure is, built into that CRM or your sales process. But yeah, you definitely just want to have communication and bring them in as advocates. Don't bring them in at the last minute and dump it on them and say, here you go, this is what you're going to be using. Make sure that they are part of it, that they have proper training. Whatever CRM provider you're using should offer training to your entire team, not just, the people setting it up.
Right. Well, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's good.
That's my advice. Sure. Just make sure that you're including everybody.
Right. All right. Well, what are your closing thoughts for everybody?
Just make sure that you have a system. Make sure that you have something to manage your customers, and make sure that you are getting all of the information up front so that you're not jumping into something that you're unaware of. Making sure that you have something organized, that you're being consistent with your data. I know that's not just one thing, that's many things, but really it's just important to be consistent with your data and making sure that the data that you put into a system is yours. We always make sure that we tell people your data is your data. We're just giving it a place to live, but if you want to go somewhere else, you're welcome to take that data with you.
Okay.
So make sure that that data is the most important piece of your business. It's your customers, your historical information, your notes. It is your rights, your property, essentially.
Right. Awesome. All right. Well, tell everybody how to find you, where to find you, phone number, email, all that stuff.
Phone number feels so old. So we have a website, contractoraccelerator.com. You can start your free trial there. So we give everybody 2 weeks to get in and play with the software. We give everybody a demo and training during that time too. And you can go sign up and get started with us.
Nice. All right, guys. Well, if you're in the market for a CRM to start out, or if you're in the market for a new CRM company, keep Contractor Accelerator in your mind. Give it a shot. Like Amanda just said, do the free trial. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't, but just give it a shot. With that said, you got anything else?
Well, so we could do a cheers. I always like to do cheers, and I have coffee, but that's okay.
There we go. I have my one beer.
Cheers.
All right. Well, thank you for. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for taking time.
Hold on, you got to take a drink. You can't do a cheers and not take a drink. That's bad luck, right?
That is bad luck. Look at the old bartender and me violating my rules.
Oh, geez.
Oh my God, terrible. I can't believe I did that. Yeah, right.
I called you out though. I saved you.
Thank you for that. All right. Well, thank you for taking my time out of your night to come on the show. Very much appreciate it. And I hope to see you in Vegas. And until then, you have a wonderful rest of your night. And thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. I will talk to you later.
Bye, guys.
All right, guys. Awesome show again. Like I just said, if you're in the market for a new CRM or just a CRM in general, go hit up Contractor Accelerator. Do your due diligence, like Amanda was talking about, and go to multiple companies, try it out, see what fits best for you. But go hit up contractoraccelerator.com, give them a try. If you like it, run it. And without further ado, guys, we do have a drawing to do, and we're about to do it right now. So let's see who's gonna win this. All right. Waiting on the randomizer, and boom. All right, we got Amanda Hunt out of not Grand Rapids, Michigan. She's going to win the Cat 5 gate frame, so I will get a hold of her and we'll get it all sent out to you up in Michigan. So if you haven't used the Cat 5 gate frame, guys, you're about to try it out and get it used. So let's go, guys. Where's my clap at? Large robot on. All right. So I'll just have my wife text you, Amanda, and we'll get your address. We'll get you a Cat 5 gate frame sent out. And while I'm at it, I'll send you a sign because I forgot my signs for the retreat. But man, wonderful show tonight, guys. We got a good one lined up for you tomorrow. I also have the interviews that I did at the retreat. I'll be posting those in the middle of the week. I already did one. I have one more left. Probably towards the end of the week, I'll post that. So we got 2 more people up on the retreat interviews. Go check them out. They're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube podcast. Basically any podcast server out there has got our podcast at the Gatekeepers Podcast. Go check it out. Hit that like, subscribe, follow button, whatever it is for that certain app. Make sure you do the same thing for Facebook and YouTube. And you guys have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday night. I'm gonna go home and eat some spaghetti. Thank you, guys.